Many a time we have arguments with other people because of difference of opinion. But we should not quarrel with others because we must realize that everybody looks at things from a different angle. We should learn to appreciate other people's opinion. This will go a long way in improving our relations with them.
In any kind of contest, in order to achieve the goal, the contestants rely on some kind of action plan. That would be called tactics. Some tactics are simple and straightforward, and some are not. For most creatures, the rules of engagement and the tactical solutions for their contests were distilled and then refined by the evolution itself, and they became hardwired into the brain of the contestants. People are not as fortunate in this regard. Mother Nature has left them to their own devices, and now we have to continuously ponder not only which contests to enter, but also all the various tactics which could possibly be used there. In the so-called modern tennis, an insidious tendency could be clearly observed these days. The tendency to transform this contest and to drag it down to the level of the lowest common denominator. Basically, to get rid of all its subtleties and to reduce the scope of the game to a simple proposition, butting of the heads. Let's hope it will not succeed, in spite of all the support this trend has enjoyed in certain quarters, and all the tireless and ridiculous attempts to legitimize it. Evicting intellect from the game of tennis could be only described as a patently stupid undertaking, worthy perhaps only of a goat. In the grand scheme of things, the intellect is our only salvation, in view of the fact that as the athletes, we don't stand much of a chance, even against the goats, because, unlike their human counterparts, these guys almost never miss their targets. This particular point is a salient example of how a simple, but yet a well-executed tactics can handily triumph over an untamed aggression, especially in the case when such an aggression has no reliable ball-striking skills to back it up.
Fast rally of the match proves to be the final point. Daria Kazatkina moving on to the round of 16 at a slam for the first time in her career, knocking out the 12 seed, Jelena Ostapenko, 3-2.
Let's for service.
And this little drama reveals how the same exact tactics can effectively stand up even to one of the most dependable ball strikers on the planet. And if only Monfils had it in him to continue and apply himself in this manner. Who knows? He could have been a contender.
That made a whole lot of sense. What hasn't is this start. Inexplicable.
Let second service.
Well, unless the answer is nerves.
Yeah. Well, it is the answer, but even being. See the athletic ability, how easily he got to that last shot. I mean, he doesn't make Djokovic look slow, but he doesn't make him look all that fast compared to the way he can explode.
Thank you.
I mean, it was almost he could have volleyed Djokovic's volley. That's how quick he is.
Game. Monfils.
Kind of a quick glare at his camp from love 30. Monfils able to get on the board.
He's not going to win the set, but that
Djokovic
felt pretty good for him, as bad as things were going. But he was able to toss down 3 aces and get at least to start serving and get ahead. He needs to get ahead, get some belief right now. Djokovic, we should say, is hitting the ball extremely cleanly. Very
15 love.
Solid off both wings. Serve is very high percentage. He's really done an excellent job of taking advantage of Monfils' tightness. He's just not really moving yet.
He's a little bit slow-footed, and his normal counter-punching when he goes defense, he can turn it around against most guys. Not against Djokovic's ball-controlled offense. It's just a bad matchup. And look where he's standing to return this first serve now.
Just going to pull a Federer, the saber attack, just kamikaze forward. Look.
No, this is he'll challenge it, but it's basically a concession of the first set.
Oh, yeah, but I think that was long. We'll see. Didn't look like he was all that interested, but that may have been because it was deep. So much for that idea. Can't defend that.
40 love.
Set points.
Monfils has 1 challenge remaining.
Could not look less interested at the moment. One-handed swat at that fault.
40-15.
It's like he was annoyed by the double fault. He's saying, please, nobody, get this set over with so I can start over.
That's exactly right. What the hell is going on here?
Novak just will not cooperate and win this game.
Just a little laugh, like what's happening here?
I think what's happening is Gall is trying like heck to lose the game. Novak's not letting it happen quite yet.
Rope-a-doping or to the nth degree. I don't.
Well, he said, "I'm sneaky," right? In times past, when chair umpires have questioned his effort, his energy, he's implied that he sort of likes to play possum. This would be the all-time example of that.
This would be the all-time set if he came back in this. Nothing would be close.
Well, and now you said Novak rightfully had done a great job of tuning out Gael's struggles, but not in this game.
Well, when he moved forward off the return, he sort of he was like, what is he doing? And he's just standing there hitting one-handed backhands and looking flat-footed. This is weird. Djokovic is all of a sudden bouncing the ball a lot more. He's definitely a bit surprised at the lack of effort.
Crowd seems a little
Look,
confused.
he's serving another
ex-
point. This is
Not the way to endear himself to a crowd for a comeback.
trying to bring him down to his level.
Did you ever, in your career, would you ever, and Novak swats though, he's frustrated about what's going on. These guys are pretty friendly since the aggro encounter here back in 2005. They become friendly, but Novak's plenty annoyed, and now he's made to wait. Break point.
It's like he's hurt, like he's not going to keep playing. The way things are going with Djokovic, maybe he's going to retire. I don't know what's going on here.
Wow, that is the weirdest game of tennis you've ever seen at a Grand Slam semifinal.
You can't make this up right now.
Balls, please.
What could happen next?
Djokovic leads 5-2.
The great Mr. Laver is here. What do you think Rod made of the last game of tennis out here?
Well, I know that Rod was an exceptional competitor, so he's probably a bit dismayed. There were times where he didn't play the doubles. He'd default doubles in order to make sure he was ready for the singles. That was the priority. You can understand in a way that Monfils was gearing up for the second set, and then all appeared lost. But the way he did it is sort of unwritten rule. You don't do that.
But
he completely threw off Djokovic.
What's the approach for this game, John? Does he now dig in, hold, and...
I would certainly dig in now. I mean, given how poorly Novak finished that game, he's definitely rubbed Novak the wrong way, and a fair bit of this crowd is perturbed. And now he's serving in volleying, which he never does.
Novak going to challenge. That's going to be a challenge thrown away.
This is an all-new type of strategy. Do exactly the opposite of what you should do. Don't try, and then do something you never do when you serve.
Opposite day here at Arthur Ashe Stadium.
And the weird part is it's working.
Coming forward again.
I mean, he got out of the love 5 game legitimately. Novak was up 40 love, wasn't he?
He was up 40 love on his serve. He's acting like he's not interested, but then all of a sudden,
this is when a guy cramps. Something.
If a guy did that to you, if you were in Novak's position, would you be plenty steamed?
I'd be plenty steamed right now. But he's still up a break, so he's going to be really steamed if he loses his serve at 5-3.
There's a 137-second serve fault.
But what you do if you're Djokovic, just focus and start moving him side to side. If he doesn't want to run, test that.
Well, that was the plan. He just missed a few balls and he's lost his concentration. Monfils is staring at him.
Look down the court at him.
What's going on here?
John, the Tennis Hall of Fame in Newport will not be calling and asking for the recording of this set. 9 double faults combined. 3 games have ended on double faults.
What was that? Wrigley's Believe It or Not?
Ripley's?
Ripley's, thank you. I thought they will be calling for this tape if Monfils wins this set. That's for sure. This is crazy. Well, guess what? He's up. Now he's back within one break. That's the annoying overhead. You hit the slice soft one just to tee the guy off. He's done a good job of getting under his skin, I'll say that.
Let's see right now, Novak can snap back and play at the level he was first 5 games, and he was exploiting Monfils' tension.
Maybe he's paying him back for the 2005 match.
He's waited 11 years.
I'll get him. I'll wait till I'm 0-12 lifetime.
There's weird stuff going on.
He's staring him down, and now all of a sudden I just got a thought. Remember the match in Australia? Gilles Simon was kind of doing this a little bit. You know, just is he drawing his inner Gilles Simon?
Only slice until he comes in,
and then rip a pass.
And then rip a pass.
Thank you.
And he's standing inside the baseline to return a serve. I've seen strategy changes, but this tops everything.
We said that many amateur psychiatrists and maybe some professionals have had a go with Monfils trying to figure out his tactics, his moods on the court. Add this first set to the chapter.
Sigmund Freud up above couldn't figure this one out. The craziest part is it actually working.
Yeah, and he is looking at Djokovic after every point that he wins, a long stare down.
It's some sort of rope-a-dope tactic that's working because it's forcing him in maybe before he wants to, but insanely it's working.
Coming back, ready to serve. Now keeps him waiting just a bit. If this thing gets to 5-4, look out.
At 5-all.
It's taken a lot to rattle Novak's cage the last couple of years when he's been incredibly consistent, almost machine-like at times. But he's about as far off as he can be right now. 2 break points to get back on serve.
If you're Tillstrom and his Cam, are you applauding this, or like good work to get back in this set? You encourage him to keep doing this?
What about Boris' thinking? He's not loving it.
I know what he's thinking. He's thinking the same thing Djokovic is thinking. This is bordering on unprofessional.
Well, he's crowding the box, so the body serve worked, and we're back to deuce.
Deuce.
The only reason I'm saying bordering on unprofessional because it's working. Otherwise, it's totally unprofessional.
Advantage.
If we were sitting here and it was 6-1, 3-0, you'd be like, take the guy off the court. We'll see what happens. I'm not pulling for him to come back in this set at all. I want to see what happens when Novak wins this 6-3. I don't want him to win another game the way this is.
What started as tanking turned into a tactic because it was working. He's, again, assuming that return position. Well, as funky a first set as you will see on this big stage. Quick glance from Novak to Gael.
One game, the mental aspect is exceptionally important. And it's gotten in the way again.
Well, the suspicion always was, and by the way, Monfils reacted to it a little bit prickly this week, that he was more interested in the show than the battle, that entertaining fans trumped raising of trophies for him. He resists that, but 6 titles in his career and more than 200 events entered, that is a fact. He has fans all over the world. It's hard to imagine a player with more crowd goodwill every time he walks in the court, with the exception of maybe Federer and Nadal. But maybe he's burning through some of that right here, John.
He sure is. He's going to have to build it back up.
Of course, Novak eventually found his groove and went on to win handily. But the point of it is that even he was visibly rattled by the application of such a fairly simple device. He was forced out of his comfort zone and had to regroup in a hurry. Rest assured that against a lesser man, the outcome of such exercise would have been a lot different.
I don't know if he deserved it, John, but he got a little lucky at the end.
Well, he did fight hard. And listen to how the crowd's reacting to it. They want to see some great competition between two fantastic athletes. And we just saw a point of what we could be enjoying the next couple hours.
I felt Novak's frustration swatting the ball away. That I didn't deserve that. Not after Monfils basically roped it up to another point.
Well, he should have put 2 of the volleys away. That goes without saying.
That's fair.
But nonetheless, you saw something from Monfils that's part of why people love him.
Well, at 5-0, he had no chance. But some reason, whatever he's done, it has dramatically made Djokovic's level drop off.
Yeah, 4 of the last 5 games.
You know, double faults, some errors, and, you know, it's changed the complexion from the crowd and from down below. That's what I can see, but it's strange what's happening.
If he can keep this up this early part of the second, if he can get a lead and get ahead. That remains very questionable.
The moral of this story is that in the face of mindless aggression, especially in the game of tennis, the intellect clearly has an advantage and will ultimately prevail. But sadly, for now, we are caught up in the middle of one big, mind-numbing aggression fiesta, where brain activity is restricted to the motor functions only, and brute force is hailed as the only viable solution for everything.
Quickly and aggressively, she knows she has to attack.
And to be more aggressive from the baseline. So
making solid contact and really looking to be aggressive.
Try to hit a winner. Go for the winners.
Quickly and aggressively, she knows she has to attack.
And to be more aggressive from the baseline. So big serve, get her opponent out of position, and then go for the open court. Try to hit a winner. Go for the winners.
For bigger first serves, bigger second serves. Be more aggressive.
Go for broke flat ball hitters.
Overly aggressive firepower. Take big swings and big cuts at the ball. Going for that first strike tennis shot. Venus, who's one of the biggest hitters in the game, as hard as she can. There's that big forehand with big swing.
Would like to see her trust her power a little bit more and not always be on the defense, and because she's got a lot of power to pull the trigger on that forehand side. Big serve, get her opponent out of position, and then go for the open court.
Really looking to be aggressive on the return.
Yeah, totally.
3-4 shot rally. Serve, big forehand or big backhand.
As the direct result of such wall-to-wall hyping of aggression, tactical thinking as a notion is all but banished from modern tennis, along with the tactical thinking. Out went the need for technical proficiency. Tennis players have become increasingly one-dimensional, and tennis matches, with the exception of the precious few, have become utterly boring. The overall quality of the so-called modern tennis has been steadily declining. Slowly, but surely, the game is being cynically transformed into a strictly commercialized spectacle for the masses, with all the attributes, charm, and sophistication of the professional wrestling.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Take it off in my arms, it's the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me lay face down. Your head by the thorn in your heart.
Ah well, another day, another headache.